Welcome to the Zoom Effects coverage of the 2020 Tilleys Open at Hickory Hills.
Today we have easy commentary. I'm Eli.
And I'm Zach.
Big shout out to Tilley's Disc Golf and Sheboygan Brewing for putting on today's event.
Let's check out today's lead card. We have Cam Benak, Andrew Marwede, Jeff Kuehle, and Kyle Williams. Should be a fun round to watch.
Let's jump right into hole 1, par 3, 338 feet. The common play is either throwing a big forehand, letting it hyzer at the end. If you have a big turnover backhand, that works as well. Let's see what these guys do.
Jeff going with a turnover backhand.
Pretty nice flight. Gives him about a 45-foot look.
Kyle's also got the backhand in his bag.
A mid-range, I do believe. And that's right at the edge of the circle. Cam, one of the smoothest forehands in disc golf. Unfortunately, saws it off a little bit early this time, though. And Andrew.
Going with a monster forehand, pin high, and that's about 10 feet.
Effortless. Cam's approach. And that's going to leave him about 35 short.
Here's Jeff for birdie.
And he cans it from about 45 feet.
Here's a replay of that.
What a way to start off your tournament. Good work, Jeff. Kyle just left for his birdie. Now Cam to save par. Just a little low for his par save.
Andrew tapping in.
Kyle for his par.
And then Cam will tap in his bogey. Probably not the way he wanted to start out, but as Simon says, great rounds start with the bogey. Now moving right along to hole 2. It's par 3, 319 feet. And this is one of the most beautiful holes on this course. A lot of people go with a sweeping hyzer backhand shot. It's a pretty straightforward hole, to be honest.
First up we have Jeff. Throws it a little bit left of the gap that he wanted to, and that's going to leave him with a death putt looking downhill.
Next we have Andrew going backhand. It's looking good.
They can get around the tree, and oh, just inches, but
Squeezes around that.
beautiful. Gonna leave him circle's edge. Then we got Kyle.
Also looks great. This is an ace run attempt.
That's the shot that you want. Oh my goodness, right off the pole. Finally Cam. Smooth backhand.
That's a great line.
That's the shot you want to see.
And he parked it. Give him a parking ticket.
That is what you want coming back from a bogey.
This is a death putt here. And he drills it for a birdie. Here's a replay of that. That was absolutely butter from
That is
Jeff.
true confidence. Wow.
Jeff is fearless.
Stoked about that birdie. Kyle from circle's edge. Nicks the leaf, but still goes in for his birdie.
And that was a great putt from Andrew Marwede.
And finally Cam. to get a star frame for the card, actually. Moving on to hole 3, par 3, 287 feet. We got that leaning tree on the right we just passed. This is a pretty hard shot, pretty tight tunnel. You can take a forehand up the left or a turnover backhand on the right gap. Jeff is going to opt for that backhand play. And just nails that tree. That's the tree to miss. Andrew taking his forehand. Flips up beautifully. And that's a good shot.
Up next is Kyle. Oh, kicks left off at one of the first trees.
That's the tree to miss. Cam?
Just misses that tree and slides perfectly under the basket.
That's 2 parking tickets. Jeff, his approach. Looks, oh my word, almost puts it in.
Next is Kyle with his upshot. And that looks good. And that will be an easy tap-in par.
Just a little deep. Now Andrew, this is for his birdie.
He gets that.
That is for a turkey, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Andrew is -3 through 3 holes already.
We got Kyle, Jeff, tapping in for their par, and Cam. Put your helmet on, because that's a headbanger.
Oh, yeah. All right, hole 4, par 3, 273 feet. There's 2 main gaps here, straight up the middle, and kind of a wide hyzer that they want to land coming right to left.
Andrew throwing a forehand, which is not the conventional play on this.
Yeah, not at all.
But if you're as good as he is, then you go ahead and do that, because that's a good shot.
Yeah, that worked out great.
Cam, that's what you want to see. Wow.
3 parking tickets. See you in court.
Jeff, similar line to Cam. That's looking pretty good. And that's going to leave him about 15.
Kyle Williams.
Can he match the 3? Yes, he can. We forgot to mention, but there is OB on the right side, all those logs. All those guys did well to avoid it.
Tap in for Andrew for the birdie. Also Jeff.
We got Kyle. Strange footing, but doesn't matter. And that looks like we're going to have another star frame. Just like that.
And that's a star frame right there.
Hole 5, par 3, 371. This is a bomb. Probably plays more like 425, 430. You can either go, if you're lefty, you can take a backhand flex, or right-handed, just kind of big hyzer.
Yeah, we'll see Andrew do that here.
A little exposed on the camera, but he lands right up on that ledge, which is a pretty common play. You have a look down at the basket.
Cam had a pretty good shot too. His is going to land just short of those guardian trees, and he'll have a putt.
Jeff. Ooh. He does get around everything. That's actually a pretty good result. Kyle. A little high.
Yeah, he hit some leaves up there.
And
that's a tricky spot to get out of.
Let's see if he can get his par. That's a good shot.
Yeah, it's a great recovery shot from Kyle.
None of these guys really had great drives. Oh my word, Jeff almost puts it in. But this is one of the trickier holes on the course. Cam gets a little bit of air under it, but he should make that all day.
Andrew gives us a little bit of a run, and it's just low.
I don't know if you can tell, but this basket is very short and kind of gets in your head sometimes when you're putting. I know I've missed some easy ones on this, but all these guys got it.
And Angie will tap in for par.
That's a par frame right there.
Moving on to hole 6, par 3, 272 feet. A very common play is the forehand hyzer, and it'll kind of crash down into the hill. The only danger with that, though, is rollaways. Some people like to go backhand to kind of eliminate that risk.
And there is OB on this hole, down to the left in that ditch where all those logs are. Andrew just takes that, but...
And that's the problem that we
That's
said
what you said.
earlier. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a tree.
Yeah, that's his,
Write that tree a thank you note, because that was going OB. Cam with a similar shot. That's a better angle. Not as likely to roll down the hill. Got Jeff showing us the backhand. Beautiful. Just hits that last little tree. But that's about
circle's edge.
35, yeah.
Yep. Kyle, excuse me, also going backhand.
Just a little bit straight for him. First we have Jeff. About circle's edge, maybe 35 feet.
That's just a little high, but that's a par for him.
Kyle for a good birdie. Andrew. All day. And Cam. So we'll have 3 birdies and 1 par for Jeff. On to hole 7, par 3, 253 feet. Don't let the distance fool you, because this is a hard shot. It is a tunnel shot. It's thick woods on either side, and the camera doesn't do it justice, but if you go long, you go way long.
And there's a drop zone on this hole just to the right of the basket.
Andrew opting for the forehand,
Slides perfectly.
and you really can't do that any better. That's perfect. Came with what looks to be a similar shot. And if you have that, that is just, that's so good.
And we're going to stop keeping track of Cam's parking tickets right now.
Kyle going for the backhand. You kind of want it to come to rest right at the edge of that hill. That's going to leave him with a death putt. Jeff puts a little bit more on it than Kyle and gets to that safer landing zone, but still kind of scary looking down what Kyle's doing, and that's not what you want to do.
That is a nightmare putt right there. That's just the scariest putt ever.
Jeff, nerves of steel, gets his birdie. Kyle rolled away. We didn't get the roll away, but as you can see, he's about 50 feet. Taps out for his bogey, shakes his head in disbelief. Andrew.
And Andrew for birdie. And that'll put him 6 down through 7 holes.
What a great start. And Cam for another tap in.
Alright, hole 8, par 3, 306. This is kind of an awkward shaped fairway. You don't really find a lot of discs that have this flight, but it basically is a 90-degree turn to the left, and
Almost hit that leaf.
Yeah, it's a hard one to park, and we'll see what these guys do.
Hard one to film. We got Andrew up first, throwing something overstable, and that's a pretty common result. It just can't get left quick enough, and and a little bit straight. Cam looks to be better, but that is a very common mistake and a costly one because those trees are thick and it's hard to get a par.
That is true.
Jeff, that's a good shot.
Yep.
That's basically all you're looking for on a hole like this. And right out of Kyle's hand, I think he knew that was early, but still an open look to the basket.
Definitely saveable for par. Cam had a super obstructed look, and he has a great result there.
Kyle, and gives that a good run. Got Andrew through the trees and just a little bit low. And finally Jeff.
Hits the basket.
Right off the cage. We got all these guys' discs in a line.
They're lining up to tap in right now.
A star par is not necessarily a bad score on this because it's very hard to get a birdie, and very often you end up with a bogey. So good job to these guys. Jumping into our final hole now. Hole 9, par 3, 241 feet. Kind of a valley hole. You start up high and then you throw your disc over a little valley to the basket, which is perched on the side of this hill. You can throw a little forehand touch, as we're going to see Andrew.
A really cool play that these guys are doing is aiming low and letting the disc slide up the hill, which works so well and leaves them nice putts for birdie.
This green is kind of rough. As you can see, there's a lot of stumps and stuff. Jeff opting for the backhand. Good finish on it, leaves him about 25, and Kyle also with the backhand, and just clips that tree. They just seem to get in the way so often.
Kyle from well outside the circle.
Probably 80 feet uphill. Oh my word. Let's take a look at that. From way downtown, I can't even putt that far.
It just drops right in the basket there.
Beautiful. What a birdie. Cam just misses for his birdie. Got Andrew. Making those 25-footers look so easy. And they are not. And Jeff tapping in his birdie. We're going to have 3 birdies, a highlight putt, and Cam's going to tap in for his par.
So after 9 holes, Cam's at -4, Andrew -7, Jeff -5, and Kyle -3.
All these guys with a pretty good front 9. Let's see if they can keep it together for the back 9. We got everybody here that played in the tournament. Congratulations. If you see your name, leave a like.
And if you don't see your name, leave a like.
And don't forget to comment and let us know what you thought of our video. This is our first video like this. Big thanks to Tilley's Disc Golf and Sheboygan Brewing for just putting out another great event at beautiful Hickory.
Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and keep a lookout for the back 9 coverage.
Until next time, zoom out.